بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيت الأطهار الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حتى إذا حضر أحدهم الموت until when death comes to one of them. صدق الله العلي العظيم. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this year the year of the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajrallah ta'ala Faraj Sharif with the blessing of another loud salawat. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst His companions and His sincere soldiers with the blessing of another loud salawat. Within every company, within every organization, within every institution, there is an individual who does quality control. There is an individual who will look at the cost-benefit analysis, how much they gained and how much they lost. There is that leader within every institution and organization which looks at the vision and the mission of that institution, of that organization, and keeps reminding himself and the team member about the vision and the mission on a daily basis. That's what the leader does. They keep people on the right track. Typically, the leader has a vision and he wants to get to a point, but people within his team, not all of them are on the same line and the same track. Some people see us less, some people see more. So this is the job of the leader, to bring people together and make them and keep them focused on the target, what they are trying to accomplish. And observation is very much needed. Within the steps of taqwa, piety, observation is one of the key elements. That we have to be always observing ourselves. We have to be always looking after ourselves, where I'm going, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. This is very, very much important for us to keep in mind. But unfortunately, as our humanity, and we're called insan nasiya, we keep forgetting. Which we gave an action plan within the previous nights, that become creative in reminding yourself of death. That death can come any minute, any time, any place, in any situation. It doesn't have a prescribed place, a set place that everybody will die this way. No. We don't know where and when and how we will die. So it's very, very important. Tonight, I have prepared a narration from the Kitab Tuhaf al-Uqul that we have been recommending it for the past also many nights. Kitab Tuhaf al-Uqul, a very beautiful book, beautiful ahadith and narrations. Each one of those ahadith is sufficient to bring us on the right track, to keep us on the right track, to keep reminding us what we should focus and our target should be what. If not, we keep forgetting. The same way that when kids play with toys, and if they start fighting, we as adults, we try to sort it out and say, okay, just kids playing with the toys. And we see, look, a small car, don't worry about it, it's a small car, I'll buy you another one. People above us religiously, people above us spiritually, when they see people fighting over inheritance, people fighting over belongings, they will say, seriously? You guys are fighting for a couple of hundreds of dollars, couple of thousands of dollars? The same way that we look at the kids, they look at us, how we are fighting over worldly affairs. Beautiful advice from the commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, where Imam says, Ya bunay, أوصيك بتقوى الله في الغنى والفقر. We discussed it. O son, I command you to fear God in richness and poverty. This was the last night discussion. We discussed it, and we discussed about the importance of having piety always in our mind. And we talked about working and trying to take step every day toward our goal, which for the people who have just joined us tonight, our goal and targets under our greater topic, which is death and resurrection. Our topic and goal for tonight and for these past couple of nights is at the time of ihtidar, at the time, the stage that disconnects us from this world and connects us to the next world, we need to have a good moment. Because as we have mentioned, the time of ihtidar is what determines our life after death for millions and millions and endless years, how we will live. So in order for us to have a good time at ihtidar, I'm hoping that from tomorrow night, we will move to the next stage, which is the grave and barzakh, either tomorrow night or day after tomorrow. We need to wrap this up. Like, how can we benefit from the advices of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam to have better time at the time of ihtidar? أي بني ما شر بعده الجنة بشر. Shaitan makes us lose perspective. Shaitan makes us not to be aware of where we are trying to go. Imam says, O son, an evil that is followed by paradise is not a true evil. How many of us, we are going through difficulties and hardships right now? Alhamdulillah, majority of us will not. Alhamdulillah, that's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For those who have difficulties, they see evil. They see this as to be a hardship. They see it to be a difficult time, health-wise, wife and husband relationship-wise, parental and kids relationship-wise, business-wise, you name it. Each one of us, we have something that has occupied our effort and energy and mind. Imam says, أي بني ما شر بعده الجنة بشر. O son, an evil that is followed by paradise is not a true evil. So when I go through this time of difficulty, thinking that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you remember the command of the faithful and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam have said, when we go through difficulties, we are one of these three people. Either we are oppressors, or we are a believer, or we are people of God. If we are an oppressor, Allah is trying to bring us to the right path, to cleanse us. An oppression, you don't have to be Saddam to be an oppression. When I hear what I should not hear, I'm oppressing my ear. When I see what I should not see, I'm oppressing myself. When I say things that I shouldn't say, I'm oppressor. In Dua Kumail, if I get a chance to read from my busy life, which I don't have time to read Dua Kumail, we say what? ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. I oppressed and I transgressed myself. ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. So either I'm a zalim, problems, difficulties, hardships is there for me to be cleansed. Or I'm a believer. Allah is testing me to elevate me. Or I am one of those awliya Allah. Allah wants even higher status for me. So difficulties and hardships, we always have to open our arms and say welcome. Because we are at one of these three. We are not the fourth one. We're one of these three. There's no other fourth category. So any difficulties and hardships that I see, if I have this mindset that after this hardship and difficulty, there is a paradise, will I say, Allah, why me? Allah, I have no one else to look to test than me. I will not say things that I should not say. I will not curse. I will not lose my hope. I will not say, this is it. You do this to me, no more prayer for you. It's like with my prayer, I'm doing something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is benefiting from my prayer. Because of this, no more fasting. Don't fast. Don't pray. If the whole world, they become kafir, nothing happens to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the whole world become Muslim, nothing happens to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala either. And وَكُلُّ وَلَا خَيْرٌ بَعْدَهُ نَارٌ بِخَيْرٍ. And son, A welfare that is followed by hell is not a true welfare. وَكُلُّ نَعِيمٍ دُونَ الْجَنَّةِ مَحْقُورٌ. Every comfort other than paradise is valueless. وَكُلُّ بَلَاءٍ دُونَ النَّارِ عَافِيَةٌ. Any difficulties, every misfortune other than hell is a good health. It doesn't matter what we go through. I have a cancer, inshallah. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give fast recovery to all the ill people, inshallah. Compare the cancer to hellfire, it's nothing. I've seen people who have the difficulties that they're going through, they have so much faith and iman, they are really strong, they're laughing and they are really have a happy life. I tell myself, like, how can you do this? I ask some of these people, they say, we see other people, how misfortunate are they, and the difficulties that they're going through, we compare our misfortune with them, we're, mashallah, alhamdulillah, we're really, really happy. And I say to myself, if I have that kind of misfortune, I'm not sure if my faith and iman is strong enough for me to say, alhamdulillah, from the bottom of my heart. Something small happens to me, relationship-wise, I lose hope. I have doubt in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He exists, and I question Allah's justice. How can this happen to me? How can this relationship go wrong? What has to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It's very, very lengthy. I have just chosen some part of this advice. Action plan will be, go home, download the book to Hafal Uqul. If you cannot find it, message me. I have people from Tanzania, Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, they are texting me and they want these books that we are introducing. So download them, read this to Hafal Uqul, read this advice of the commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. See how it will shift your direction. من أبصر عيب نفسه شغل عن عيب غيره. Allahu Akbar. You should know, O son, that he who notices his own flaws will give up chasing others' flaws. This is something that we are facing as a community at large. Who's doing what? Let's find out. Somebody's doing something. Let me find out. That will be good post for me. As soon as I find, oh guys, you know what happened? This and this happened. Oh really? This and this happened. Oh my God. And the word spreads around. Man, whoever, man absara ayba nafseh. That's a beautiful action plan. I think if you forget all of my action plan for past 11 nights and you're not going to be here for the next 20 nights, just take this one action plan. I am talking to myself. Just taking this one action plan, that should be enough. Say less about it. For me to only have focuses on my own deeds. Every day I go home, I look at my own action. What have I done? What's missing? Don't talk about anyone else. I have so much to think and have concern and worry about my own deeds than anyone else. Our life, one scholar beautifully illustrated, our life, this journey that we are taking should be in this manner. You're going up to the mountain and you have a basket full of gold, something very, very, very precious and valuable. And road going up to the mountain is very, very narrow. So you have down there, and you have this basket on top of your head. Any small movement, you're gone. Any small wrong decision, any small wrong turn, you're gone. How will you walk? This is our life. People who made the wrong decision at the wrong time, at the wrong place, that's it, they're done. They didn't have that observation of themselves. They were busy looking at other people. You've seen it. It's a beautiful illustration. Somebody is looking at his phone, and the other person is looking at this person, that this person is going to walk to the pole. The other person is laughing at this person, and look, he's going to walk to the pole. He is also walking to the pole. There's other person taking a picture from these two. He's walking to the pole. There are 4 people going to 4 different directions. They're not seeing where they're going. They're 4 going to end up heading the pole. Because they were busy observing other people than themselves. ومن تعرى من لباس التقوى لم يستتر بشيء من اللباس ومن رضي بقسم الله لم يحزن على ما فاته. Anyone who is content, who is satisfied with whatever Allah has given them, they will not have any more worry to have. They will not worry about whatever passed them. Oh my God, I wish I would have done this. Some people, as soon as you sit with them, Shaykh, last year, Shaykh, this opportunity passed me. And they are living within their mindset about the previous opportunities, and opportunities passing them on a daily basis right now. Because they're living in the past. Just forget about past. Whatever opportunity passed you, you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look forward. Allah is going to do something for you. It's not only about the past. You just keep talking about the past. And keep that opportunity, last relationship. Just look forward. The target, Allah and Ahlul Bayt satisfaction, and having good time at time باحتضار. وَمَنْ حَفَرَ بِئْرًا لِأَخِيهِ وَقَعَ فِيهَا. He who digs a well for his brother will fall in it. Don't we say in Farsi, چاه مکن بحر کسی. Don't dig a well for someone else. You will fall in it. That's the commander. That's the advice of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. He who digs a well for his brother will fall in it. All of this shaping what? Oh, be about yourself. Not being selfish, no. Not only caring about yourself, no. Try to observe my own mistake. Man kathara kalamuhu kathara khata'uhu. Sheikh, I made a decision. I want my mistakes and flaws to be the minimum possible. I don't want to make mistakes. I really, really don't want to make mistakes. Can you give me one thing that will reduce my mistakes and errors and flaws and shortcomings? One. Imam says, much speech leads to much erring. I have a personality, for example, of as soon as we sit within the gathering, I talk non-stop to the end. Man kathara kalamu. The one who talks a lot, basically. He will make mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. Because how much good things there when 2 people get together to talk about. We talk about this, other issues. I did this, you did this. Okay, finish. Other people involved. Gossip. Accusation. Oh, you know what happened? I came home, my husband didn't do this for me. Really? Oh, my husband did this for me. She goes home, her husband does it for her, and you don't do it for me. Already created a problem. I already created a problem. I still really remember this. It was day of Eid al-Fitr. I went to a store and I bought my wife an MK perfume and makeup like this. I bought her a package. She had it in the car. Typically here, it's like, first of all, selfie on the Instagram and Snapchat. And then come, show it to everybody. Oh, I said, don't do it. She said, why? I said, maybe there are people within the community. Either they couldn't afford it, or the husband wasn't thinking about it. Whatever reason, he didn't buy it for her. When you go and you show this to your friends, she will say, look, lucky she. My husband never said Eid Mubarak to me either. That creates a problem. You have the right intention, but that creates a problem. She's going to go home and she's going to add up more things, and Shaitan is definitely sitting there. He's just waiting for an opportunity. Oh, she's upset about him. Oh, that's a good thing for me. Let me just take advantage of this. Get this hatred. Why? He bought for her and he didn't buy it for him. That's it. Man kathura kalamuhu kathura khata'uhu. If I don't have to say something, I'm not going to say it. وَمَنْ كَثَرَ خَطَأُهُ قَلَّ حَيَاؤُهُ. The one who makes a lot of flaws, who has a lot of flaws and mistakes, leads to decrease in pudency. وَمَنْ قَلَّ حَيَاؤُهُ قَلَّ وَرَعُهُ. Little pudency leads to decreased piety. وَمَنْ قَلَّ وَرَعُهُ مَاتَ قَلْبُهُ. And the one whose heart, who doesn't have pudency and who doesn't have piety, will get into, his heart dies. He's alive, the heart pumps, but he's a dead person walking. وَمَنْ مَاتَ قَلْبُهُ دَخَلَ النَّارِ. And the one whose heart dies, hellfire will say, welcome. These are action plans. These are action plans about how can we reshape, rethink about our personality, where we are heading with our personality. Because again, as I've said, this system, this life, the busy 40 hours, I wish only it was 40 hours. We have so much expectation in this life. Our expectation of worldly affairs is so high that 40 hours a job, 40 hours a week is not sufficient. 2 shifts. More. Wife and husband. I know of a family. Wife works. Husband works. 2 daughters work. The son works. Sheikh, we cannot have the end meets. I said, what is this? And I've been to their life. This is, then where's the problem? Again, I know of them. Dua kumel. There's no dua kumel. I only see them once say salat al-Eid. That's it. Does that apply to me also? Weeks come and go in dua kumel. Is it something edible? No, it's something readable. Dua kumel. Where Imam Ali alayhi salam, let's have salawat by his name. Imam said, you read a segment from Dua Kumail, Allah will forgive your sins, whatever happened past and what will happen in the future. A phrase from Dua Kumail, a segment from Dua Kumail. This beautiful dua. And then he keeps continuing. وَالْقِنَاعَةُ مَالٌ لَا يَنْفَدْ. O son, satisfaction and being content is never ending treasure. Being content. Qina'ah, I wish I hadn't picked this one topic of death and resurrection, which is not going to finish within the month of Ramadan, and just bring all of these qina'ah, sabr, these small little topics, if we can call it small. At least we could talk 5 nights about qina'ah, being content. What is qina'ah? What is it? Being satisfied with whatever you have. Being satisfied. Shaitan keeps us, we're never satisfied with whatever you have. I have this belonging, bigger, better, higher. And this system knows it very well. They start making it more and more and more from the same thing. TV is getting bigger. Couch is getting bigger. Cup, $1 cup soda is enough. No, let me get extra large. Why? And half of it's going to be trash. The whole thing's supposed to be trash, but at least half of it is going to trash. It's all about more. Extra, extra, extra. This shaping our mindset that I'm not content with small little. It's not about, we invite, very good. Inviting one another to our houses. We went to her house, they had 5 dishes. If they come to our house, it can't be 5 dishes. It has to be at least 8.5 dishes. Why? A little, but good. Open heart is better than having 10, 15 dishes. After that, trash can says, I'm hungry. Content. Qina'ah. I don't have time. My time is really, really running. This is a segment I want to get to. من أكثر ذكر الموت رضي من الدنيا باليسير. He who realized that this world, who mentions death frequently, will satisfy himself with little worldly pleasure. Death, death, death. من أكثر ذكر الموت. Anyone who remembers death more frequently. يقبل من الدنيا باليسير رضي من الدنيا باليسير. He will be satisfied with whatever he has. Remember, we said it doesn't mean that we should not strive to have a better life, taking from this dunya for akhir. No, that doesn't contradict. Whatever I have, I will be content. I can get more, alhamdulillah. I got more, alhamdulillah. Making sure the more that I get, I spend it for the right reason. We mentioned this about in our Friday prayer. We're not going to repeat. وَمَنْ عَلِمَ أَنَّ كَلَامَهُ مِنْ عَمَلِهِ قَلَّ كَلَامُهُ. What a beautiful hadith. What a beautiful advice a father can give to his son. None like it. Anyone, pay attention.
He who realizes that his words are within his deed will speak of nothing except what benefits him.
I will repeat it. In Arabic, it's the word of the Imam, and I will repeat it in English.
من علم أن كلامه من عمله قل كلامه إلا فيما ينفعه. He who realizes that his words are within his deed will speak of nothing except what benefits him. What benefit?
احتضار, life after death. Very difficult. Sheikh, we want to socialize. Do socialize. We want to mingle. Do mingle. We want to chit-chat. Chit-chat. But say something that will benefit, because every word, hadith and verses of the Holy Quran says, every word we are responsible for it. There is a kitab of Akhlaq and Adab Islamiyya. It's a very thick book. For those who speak Arabic, it's very good to get it. Unfortunately, it has not been translated into English. Akhlaq and Adab Islamiyya. They have tried to compile all the moralities from the hadith stories. So there's a verse, hadith, and story. Beautiful, beautiful book for those who can read Arabic, who can teach their kids about it. About a quarter of this book is about the sins that can be committed with this tongue. I believe there are more than, if I'm not mistaken, there are more than 200 sins one can commit with tongue. How many?
200.
Thank you so much, brothers. Sisters won't say it. How many sins?
200.
Still, they won't be able to say it. That's so difficult. How many sins?
200.
200 sins one person can commit with this tongue only. Sisters, this is really, really relating to all of us. Really relating to all of us. Especially right now, this time that you should pay attention. Every day in the morning, the tongue, that's the hadith. Every day in the morning, the tongue says to the rest of the body parts, good morning, how are you guys doing? They say, if you leave us, we are alright. That's the hadith. Brothers, please pay attention. If you leave us alone, we are happy. We will have a good life. Just leave us alone. This tongue. Let me read the hadith again. He who realizes that his words are within his deeds will speak of nothing except what benefits him. That's right now, Sheikh. I'm not talking. I'm sitting behind my Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. I'm writing. I'm not saying anything. Of course, same thing. One comment. One word. Let me give you a story. There was an individual who had a daughter. And this individual, an individual was about to get married. He goes and he asks people about the family. He finds a family, they have a good girl, and he wants to marry them. Okay. That girl, the family of the family of the girl, they say, we will go and search about you. The father comes and he goes to the neighborhood where this boy came from. Pay attention. It's one word, but it's very, very dangerous. The father of the girl, follow me. The father of the girl went to the neighborhood where the boy is from. He went to a house, knocked on the door. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. This boy came and asked my daughter's hand. I want to know if he's suitable, will he be good to my daughter or not? Unfortunately, that house, that father, had a daughter also. He wanted this boy to come and marry her. He finds out that he's going somewhere else, what he said? I'm not sure. He didn't say anything bad. He didn't have anything against him. Nothing bad. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Let's say 4 words. This person dies. The one who said, I am not sure. There's a true story. They see him in a dream. The person who is telling the dream, he said, I got to a palace, beautiful palace. There's somebody sitting there. I went there, I saw he's the guy. I thought, oh, he was a righteous person. MashaAllah. I'm sitting and talking to him. Suddenly he paled. Suddenly he lost control of his emotions, shivering. I saw a big snake came all the way. He brought his tongue out, this guy. The snake bit his tongue and he left. This guy fainted. Again, after a time, he woke up. He sat, he got his conscious. I told him, what is this? What's happening? He said, for those couple of words that I said, I am not sure. I had intention. I have everything else was good. Everything, you see, I have palace, I have everything. Allah has designated this snake every day. He's going to come to remind me, to punish me for whatever I said. Because that daughter, that girl, didn't get married. Until now, she's not married. Because of a couple of words I said, because I wanted him to come and marry my daughter. That person didn't marry that girl. Both of them are in home. I'm getting the punishment. Go do something about it. I'm not sure. He didn't say anything bad. I'm not sure. Anyone who realizes that his words from his deed, the right and the left are writing every word. Most likely at the time of Salah, inshallah, when we're going to have a Maghrib and Isha, we will have a complete quiet place from this section of the hall. Because they think, oh, when I'm talking, people are praying. It cannot be. Action plan. So you see, we need that observation. How difficult it is. We need to be, I'm about to say, in Farsi they say, Bishotor Gelu. You know, camel has a long neck. They say as soon as you want to say something, let it like a camel. For this word to come all the way to, no. It's not going to be benefit. I'm not going to say it. There are people back home, there were people, righteous people, who would have some small, clean pebbles in their mouth. As soon as they want to say something, okay, let me take the pebbles out and I'm going to say something. Because by the time that they're taking it out, they're thinking, I'm about to say something. Will it benefit me or no? It's not going to benefit me. And where do we need these benefits? We need it at time of death. We need it for our life after death. This is why we are going to talk about death and resurrection for 30 nights. Because I, Mustafa Akhund, I'm not ready yet. Things that I have said, hearts that I have broken, gossips that I have done behind people's back, people that I have accused, people that I have insulted, people that I have badmouthed. I still have a long list of people to call and ask for forgiveness. Rather than just taking the phone, WhatsApp, brothers, everybody's doing it before the month of Ramadan. Please, if I have done something, please forgive me. Seriously? That easy? Very difficult. I said this story in our Salat al-Jum'ah today is a good reminder. Stories should be always mentioned again and again and again. An individual, a woman came to a scholar. She said, I gossiped behind someone's back. I'm really regretting what I did. Can I get it back? He said, go kill a chicken and bring all the feathers. Bring it. You know, back home until now, alhamdulillah, there's a store, there's a chicken, it's live chicken. You're going to tell them, I need 5 chickens. They slaughter for you, they put it in a machine, all the feathers out, and they give you fresh. She came in the bag full of feather. She came, she said, okay, this is it. What I need to do, I really want to ask forgiveness from that person. I asked, but I'm not sure, I don't know. He said, okay, open your arm. She opened her arm. He emptied the bag on her arm. She has all arm full of feather. He said, right now, go to your house and come back. She said, okay. Going home, coming back, and empty. Okay, what I need to do next? Right now, go back, collect all the feathers. It's impossible. The wind took him all over the place. How can I take it back? Go bring it back. If you want that gossip of yours to come back to you, go bring all the feathers back and you will be forgiven. Gossip. The person who realizes that his word is from his deeds, he will only say things that will benefit him. If it doesn't benefit him, he will not say it. This is a great action plan for me. This month of Ramadan, the month of determination, the month of willpower, the month of making decision, the month of turning points. You know, there's a book called Turning Point. Beautiful that they look for that turning point. This is the month. These are the nights of turning for me to change, for me to have new characteristics, new demeanor. Stop it. Unless if I say it, it will benefit me or benefit that person. Unless I will have something to, Allah says, why did you say this? I will say, Allah, I said this and this was my intention. Okay, check. Next word, check. Next word, check. How many words a day we say it? And I'm not responsible for it. So that will be, inshallah, a good action plan. We're hoping that inshallah from tomorrow night, we can go to, this is it. Our time of ihtidar came. Took our soul, the angels came, good or bad, hopefully. Inshallah, are the good angels say, inshallah. We're going to try to see, okay, how are we going to end up in grave, inshallah, with a loud salawat. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. Raise your hands with the most important dua, and that is for Allah to hasten the appearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajlallah Ta'ala Farajuhu al-Sharif. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma kun li wali